as the differential in
I think the simple answer, the real simple answer is it was a turnover bit that they beat us in. It was the only thing that they probably beat us in across the game. But to their credit, they were able to put enough score on the board with the number of entries they have. But we all understand how efficient the Crows are going forward. And we know that they're probably going to do that more often than not against most teams. We gave ourselves a real go at it and a real chance in it. And they just find a way, don't they, Showdown? So just find a way to come back to the end, and such a close game, and someone has to lose. And we don't like losing them.
It's impossible to do, Ken, but if you could redo the last 2.5 minutes, is there anything you'd advise them to do differently?
Kick one more goal?
Yeah, but the way you go forward to get that goal?
I think they gave everything they had. I thought they were a manful. The Crows have got 12 people sitting back there. Yeah. So people go, do something differently. There's not much space to do something differently. You've got to do a Jeremy Finlayson and kick a goal from nowhere. They're in save the game mode. We're in win the game mode. That's always what it is, and that's why it takes something miraculous to win in that position. But we've been lucky enough to do that a few times.
What did you make of the third quarter? Did you think you got enough out of that?
No, I didn't think we got it. Well, I think they got a couple of great goals and done a couple of sneaky things at the end that were in that quarter. I thought we had the better of the quarter, but as I said, it's easy to say we were this and that on certain numbers and certain stats, but they get 4 points.
Did you just need that maybe one big punch or something? That one big goal or something in the third quarter when you did kick, was it 4 or 5 to just really put your stamp on the game?
Yeah, I just think these games you might get a couple out, you might in front, opposition will come back, they might get 2 or 3 in front, Port are going to come back. It's just the way these games seem to play out. You never get breathing space, you never get enough time. Very rarely do you get much time in these games. It is an amazing contest that both teams put up, I reckon, in these games, more often than not.
Does that contribute to the turnovers then that you kind of spoke about before? Was it more because of the pressure and the intensity of the game rather than maybe some more mistakes by players? No,
I think we gave up a few too many. They were our fault, not from the pressure. I thought we gave up a few poor turnovers, but more often than not, I'm not going to be critical of the boys for playing the way we would like to play. We're going to make some mistakes along the way.
Just a word on your captain's game. I think Connor's the first player to win a medal outright on the losing side. He almost pinched it for you in the end with
he's had a great year. He's had a great year. He's been amazing. I think he was the best player on the ground without, I don't necessarily like the losing side getting that, but Connor deserved it tonight. I thought he was an outstanding player. I thought he was a player out there that played a full 4 quarters of footy, so pretty proud of him, pretty happy that he's our captain.
Miles Bergman finally got a lot of midfield time in there. That was kind of looked from your end, looking at stopping.
Yeah, we took their best player out, we thought we won the battle. Jordan's a great player, has been all year. He's leading the Coaches Awards. It was a good call for Miles to take him on, but I just thought Miles showed what he can do too. I think he could be a midfielder at any stage. We're lucky that we can play him in different spots, but we still lost.
What's the kind of balance? Well, what do you have to weigh up there? Because obviously you have to stop Dawson, but then because they've got those top forwards there, Bill thought had a really
yeah, he was really good first half. Yeah. Really good first half. But again, we know, the Crows have got a great power in their front half. We know that. Every side knows that. They're not an easy side to match up to in the front half. But I don't think we lost the game because they dominated us in their front half with their tall people. First half they were certainly causing us some grief, particularly Thilthorpe was causing a lot of problems. But I thought Aaliyah in the second half did a great job to fight back and square it up a bit. So, but they they're going okay.
Regardless of the run, what do you take the fact again your players responded after?
I'm not sure about. I'm glad they responded and we played a bit better game, but we lost. I just know there's some certain ingredients in our game that says we'll try pretty hard and we'll give ourselves a chance more often than not, which we've done consistently in my time. We've always been able to play a brand of footy that puts us in games of football where not many people think we're much chance. We tend to do a good job of doing what we have to do the way we have to do it, and we're pretty proud of doing it that way.
Sometimes is that frustrating or even maddening that you do find yourself in the team finds itself in those positions where you do have to respond after a bad performance?
Yeah, much. I don't like losing badly. I think And I said that to the team on Monday, that's not the way this footy club's played in my time, and we're not going to start doing that now that we give up bad losses. And, you will always give up one or two. That's just what happens at AFL footy. And people might not like to hear that, but it happens. But more often than not, I think, we turn up most weeks and give ourselves a chance. We don't always win, like tonight.
Ken, you've obviously put your arms around Willie during the week. How's his headspace and, moving to the Geelong match next week?
He'll be fine. We'll look after him. We'll make some decisions and make sure he's okay. As I said, our major focus is to make sure Willie's okay, and he's got our care. He always will have, and we'll look after him and make sure that hopefully if he's okay and he's available, he might have been handy tonight, mightn't he?
Was he here today? Did he watch the game, or did he just say you don't have to come?
No, he had the choice to either watch or not be here. I thought the right option for him was not to be here. I think it'd be unfair to put him under that time. He just needed some time, and I made sure he got that time. And we'll move on, and hopefully we can leave all this stuff behind us, and we can get on with playing footy.
Will he be back? Will he be back at the club when the rest of the playing group return next week?
He was there all week.
Right.
He was there all week, bar one day. We're caring for him and we're looking after him. All right.
You feel you're in a scrap now. Because
Sorry?
of the count, the win-loss count. You feel you're in a scrap now. That's going to really test.
You're always in a scrap roach in this comp.
You know you can get on a run. And then
Yeah, that's right. We can. Got a big challenge next week though.
Yeah.
We've got another great side coming at us. We look forward to it. We look forward to the opportunity to play them. And last time we played them here, they smacked us. So we're going to do our best to be ready.
Are you seeing enough in the game at the moment, maybe the key stats for you that you can go on that run? Like, you have a good idea when the team is up and down the game plan and style is, where you want it to be. Do you think
I think we've shown in patches that our best is pretty good, like really good. And I think that's the reality, but I haven't done it for long enough. We have had moments, quarters, halves that we've been pretty damaging. Most teams I think would give us a lot of respect when they come up against us because we're capable, but unless you consistently do it 3 and 4 quarters, you're not going to go on any run. And right now we just need to go about winning the very next week that we've got, and that's a big game for us. Okay? Thanks.